Right now, roads have been pretty good. We haven't had any major issues on our roadways. We've been watching this one tractor trailer that's been stuck on the side of I-30 westbound, just west of Benton this morning. So it looks like it's just taking time to get this cleared. I don't know, maybe they're having trouble getting a tow truck there, but I can show you a closer look at where this is located. So around the Glen Rose area here on I-30, impacting the right lane. So just be aware that that is there. Really, that's the only issue right now. Our drive times look like this. If you're coming in from around the metro into downtown Little Rock, no issues coming in from Saline County to downtown Little Rock or Conway. So yeah, things are pretty good this morning.
That's good news. I was afraid it was going to be bad this morning, honestly. So I'm happy to see that folks are taking their time, or a lot of folks are staying home. A little of both maybe, but the good news is we're finally going to go above freezing today, but we do still have that extreme cold warning through noon today. It's still very cold outside, so make sure you're bundling up, and if you are getting into the car, make sure you've got that kit with you just in case something doesn't go quite right. A blanket, again, charged phone, it's a little snack just in case it takes a little while to help you out. The good news is we've got a gradual warming trend heading our way, several days above freezing, and that's going to be good news. Hopefully we can get a lot of this out of here, because the morning time we're going to still see a bit of a refreeze over the next couple of days. But the next big thing to talk about is going to be this quick hitting system as we're heading into Thursday night and Friday morning. Could see a few little flurries, no accumulation, but it is going to usher in some cold air. We are looking across the state right now, 22. Again, a few cold pockets there around Clinton, Russellville, Fort Smith is where we'll have some temperatures that are in the single digits, but those wind chills are very, very cold. It feels like it's 13 in Little Rock. So stay warm, and we'll talk more about this nice warm trend headed our way coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Tracy, thank you. The winter storm has claimed 2 lives here in Arkansas, including a teenage boy. Both victims doing something many families across the state enjoy, riding ATVs in the snow. Now, Saline County officials say the 17-year-old was on a tube being pulled by an ATV when he hit a tree just north of Benton. Then yesterday, we learned a 40-year-old man also died in an ATV crash near Hope. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders is asking Arkansans to think twice before climbing onto those off-road vehicles as kids remain out of school for another snow day today.
We've had a couple of accidents related mostly to individuals on side-by-sides and off-road vehicles, and so we encourage people to, while they're enjoying the fun in the snow, please be careful and don't take any unnecessary risks.
Unfortunately, the injury toll is climbing. 8 others have been hurt, including 4 in Saline County, 1 in Cleburne County, and 3 in Columbia County. Also, you need to be very careful if you're spending time outside, and also if you are on the roads today.
It is bitter cold, and THV 11's Tamer Knight is back out live for us in Little Rock, where she's been tracking road conditions, and finally the sun is coming up. Tamer?
Yeah, that's right, Karen. The sunshine decided to come pay us a visit this morning, but what also paid us a visit is RDOT working overnight to improve the road conditions. Now, behind me is Interstate 30. I'm going to step to the side so that you guys can see that Interstate 30 near exit 133, it appears to be the same as the other side of the interstate, and also Interstate 630. The lanes are accessible and the lanes are clear of ice and snow on the interstate. However, we are on the off-ramp right here on exit 133, and it's not too bad in this area, but we've seen some other on and off ramps that could use a little bit of work. Now, again, because the ice and snow is off of the highways, that does not mean you are clear of any black ice or any additional ice that may have accumulated overnight from the freezing temperatures, or that could come back because of those freezing temperatures. Now, if you're headed out this morning on your morning commute, there is a little bit more traffic than we've seen over the last couple of days. So just make sure that you get out and you're driving with caution, and remember that the roads are under hazardous conditions right now with the snow and ice still being out and on the roads. Reporting in Little Rock for THV 11 News, I'm Tamer Knight.
Thank you, Tamer. And the dangers of driving have become real over the past couple of days. The Arkansas National Guard stepping up to help.
As conditions continue to change this week, their role is evolving. THV 11's Catherine Rowley shows us what that looks like.
Well, since the storm came into central Arkansas and really across the state, there's been multiple incidences where the Arkansas National Guard has had to go on what they call mission style, stranded motorists. They even put out a fire with a semi truck. So there's multiple things that they've been doing since they were deployed by Arkansas's governor at the start of this storm. I spoke with them yesterday about what they're doing now, and they're actually in a transitional period. They now will be transitioning to helping DHS and getting people in medical emergencies to help.
Ambulances on those missions and what will be there. So they may not need us at all, but in some cases they'll be hard to get, maybe down a driveway or through a neighborhood to get to the house to where that person needs assistance. And we will actually help get the ambulance there and make sure that they can get out there safely and possibly even help transport the patient from the house into the ambulance so that the ambulance can do the transport.
Throughout the weekend, I have seen multiple ambulances that have been stuck. That just tells you how those side roads are. They're not pretty, and they probably won't be pretty for the next couple of days until we really start to thaw. So if you see those Humvees out, just know that they are probably on their way to an emergency and they need you to step aside. Again, if you don't have to be on the roadways, would not recommend it, especially with the thawing and unthawing that we're having. We'll continue to track the roads and conditions as well as temperatures right here on THV 11 in Little Rock. Catherine Rowley, THV 11 News.